Hello, Heroclix land. This is Wespool from the future. I just wanted to put this out there at the beginning of the episode to make sure you watch the episode to its conclusion. In honor of the MCU, I have added a special outro and post-credit scene just for your entertainment. But it's very important you watch it to its completion. So don't just cut it off when we say goodnight, because there is a little something extra for everybody out there. So hope you enjoy this and make sure you watch it to completion. I look forward to seeing everybody out there and on with the show.
Click, click, boom, click, click, boom, click, click, boom. West is plotting, missing links in the room. Dice are flying, heroes collide. Talking clicks, come along for the ride. Click, click, boom, click, click, boom. Strategies clash and the battle goes boom. Laughs, tips, and epic plays. Talking clicks is here to stay. Click, boom, click, click, boom. Podcast live, let the hype resume.
Hello, Heroclix land. Welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. I'm your host, Wespool. With me, as always, is Scott the Missing Link. Hello, Scott.
Good evening.
And Scott, you know what I love most about Justice League and Avengers?
No, what?
The constantly rotating roster of characters. So, in that light, we have a rotating roster of characters for Talking Clix Roundtable. Tonight we have myself, of course, and you, my faithful co-host. We have Jay. Hello, Jay.
What's up, nerds?
And we have a annoyingly recurrent character named Michael Straight.
Substitute Antonio.
It's
And he is here to give it to us straight.
always.
All right, so the mastermind behind the straight jokes actually comes from Jay. Back when I was asking for ideas for questions for guests, and Jay's like, straight this and straight that and straight this, and he's like, all these straight jokes. I'm like, all right,
Hey,
I'm just going to
it's
make
there on
that
a platter.
gimmick and
Why
run
not
with
take
it. So Jay is the reason that everybody makes fun of your name.
Oh, trust me, it ain't nothing new. I've heard it all my life. It's right there on the plate. You might as well just eat it.
Well, thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Roundtables are often our most popular episodes. So people love talking clicks, and they love hearing multiple people talking clicks, not just the interviews. So it's a great palate cleanser from our run-of-the-mill episode. So thank you for being here. All right, so
Thank
we
you for
have
having me.
actually an agenda for tonight. I actually made notes and everything. So who has been tracking the CCO events this recently?
I
The
think
Clix
Anthony
Championship
was
Open
right?
Championship that happened last week.
Yes.
I kind of followed along. I didn't track everything.
Jay, did
Some
you
minor
follow it?
highlights.
Same here. I followed along a little bit here and there, but I wasn't able to keep track with everything.
So, what you guys have any thoughts about who was the winner?
Yosafa won.
Gustavo, congratulations, buddy.
I believe it was Yosafa. Let's go see.
Yes, double
Yes,
check
yes,
so I don't stick my
Standings.
foot in my mouth.
Yosafa Filho wins the event, running Hawkeye, and he defeated a Phoenix Force Thor.
That's impressive.
Which
With or
makes
without
sense.
juice?
He does not have. Oh, he does have juice on the sideline.
I find that Phoenix Force Thor impressive making it so far.
Yes, the Phoenix Force Thor was. He had spectral armor and Gaia. So
That's pretty impressive in itself to me.
I agree. Well,
and
congratulations
he also
there.
had the kryptonite ring, so he could just give extra damage carrying the ring around.
Do we know if that was recorded
Oh,
on
that's
any channels?
funny. That's so funny.
Why is that funny?
The whole dealing damage with the kryptonite ring. I hadn't even considered that. I
mean,
love
it's like-
that.
It's like moving poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our guys brought that up. I never looked at the Batcave set very much.
Okay, I want to say it's better than poison because poison's free and the kryptonite ring gets around Beetlejuice.
Just happens. Yeah, and with Thor, if you get to use his free, they can't reduce the damage as one of the ones that you choose. Can't evade and can't heal. Good luck. Here's a bunch of damage to a cluster. Oh, I like that.
I gotta say,
And
the
then
Batcave is something that is one of those things that everybody talked about before it was released, how it's going to change the game and it's going to be on every team. And I haven't seen it that much.
locally, that freaking ring and the cowl. I see those things every single week. I feel like
I've seen
every
the
single
I've
week.
seen the
I'm so
cowl
tired of
every
that
now
cowl.
and then here.
Jay, have you seen a lot of it?
Uh, no, my venue also doesn't play very competitive, so and most of us are Marvel guys minus two people. So yeah, most of the things in there haven't been seen yet.
I want to say Alfred's really good too for his points. The 20-point investment, Alfred can do some stuff.
Yeah, I really hope that it picks up steam and kind of finds its way in the meta a little bit more than it has, because there's some hidden gems in there that I think are pretty viable if people really lean into it.
Look, I don't know if it's legal for silver. Excuse me, pulp. If it's legal for pulp, that giant penny and anybody that does knockback for free or choose the direction of knockback is busted. Because that giant penny hurts when you get knocked back into it.
Yeah. It's anything that where you choose the direction of knockback is huge, especially when you have characters like Venom, Porky, Pork Venom. What is it, Jay?
Pork rind.
Pork rind.
Pork Rind.
Pork rind.
Where the only way you can damage him on his last 3 clicks is with a terrain action or by knockback. Otherwise, he doesn't take damage. So by being able to choose the direction of knockback is huge. Because I played him this weekend in Sealed, and I know, Scott, you're spoiler free.
Yeah, I'm like, pork rind Venom, who is this guy?
So the last
figure
3
it out soon
clicks,
enough.
the only way he takes damage is by a terrain action or by knockback. Otherwise, he takes no damage. So I would just put my characters behind him, and they knock him back into characters, and he take no damage.
Question. This
Yes.
terrain, if I scoop terrain out from underneath him, is that terrain action? No, because I have to actually be hitting him.
No, it
with
has to be a
terrain?
ranged terrain action, I believe.
Uh,
Part of the attack.
if pork rind would take damage from an attack, unless that attack roll was doubles or part of a terrain action,
Yes.
instead the attacker knocks him back number of square equal to the damage dealt. So you could deal him damage with knockback and
He
have him
doesn't
actually
take any.
take damage.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the original question of the CCO. They had a ton of battle royals, it looks like. A ton. Because if you just type in championship clicks, it's a page of battle royals before you actually get to events.
And what set was Battle Royale?
I don't know. I don't know if they had an exclusive set for that. I mean, a week before the Venom pre-release, maybe.
Did they?
I think they only had a few Venom ones. I think the rest of them were, oh gosh, the previous set, Strange Tales.
Strange Tales.
I gotta say, man, for a sealed set, Venom is pretty solid. We'll talk about more of this when we do a set release. And just for everybody knows, we like doing the set release after it's been out for a minute and everybody's had a chance to experience it and collect it, and then we can talk about our thoughts on it as opposed to preempting it with our thoughts before you've had a chance to open it. So we will address Venom on our next episode in more depth. But I experienced Venom in Sealed this last weekend during pre-release. And for a Sealed set, even if you pull a trash booster, it's pretty fun. Like, I
So
gotta
it's better
say,
than
it's a good
Strange Tales?
set.
It's better than getting 3 of the
Astral figures.
astral figures and then 3 of the sideline elements with no cards.
But yeah, I didn't pull anything above a rare, and I had a great time.
Yeah, all the pulls I've seen have been really awesome, I think.
I think there was one that I saw that wouldn't exactly be great to get because it was the symbiote surface, the manhole cover one character an equipment. I want to say the All Blood, the Necro Spear, and then a character. I don't remember which character. That's the only booster that I can think of that wouldn't be nice to get. But even then, you still have a super solid equipment that grants you Battle Fury, Giant Reach 3, and turns your ones into sixes, barring crit hits.
Yeah.
You have the manhole cover, which, yeah, it's nice, but it can be great to be able to double incap somebody. And then the symbiote surface have their own uses as well. Like, I'll take that. I'll take that going into a sealed.
Now, Scott doesn't know anything about manhole covers or anything. That's all stuff we'll cover later, which actually works out great for water teams, dolphin teams. I think the manhole
They're
covers will
also
be great.
Scott. They're also called butt plugs.
Oh, that would make sense why it's a manhole cover. All right. One of the other events at the CCO that was interesting to me was the double issue. I believe that's how they were trying to redo the silver type stuff in a duo event. I didn't follow it along. We followed a little bit beforehand, and we had our guest on that was doing playtesting for the CCO for it.
Hold on a sec, Scott. Who is our guest in Michael's Square? Who's that?
Oh, sorry. This is Cassian.
Hey,
That's the little one.
that's
That's
the
the
future
little
world
one.
champion.
This is the future terror of the world.
All right, go ahead, Scott. Sorry.
All right. So other than that, I mean, like I said, I didn't really follow it. I just wanted to know who won the main event, which Yosafa, good job, excellent team. Phoenix Force Thor, good job, excellent. I don't know how you made it past the field of Beetlejuices, but you had to play your ass off to get there. So
That's
Scott,
that's
make a
incredible,
note because
dude.
I'd like to have him on as a guest to talk about that specifically.
we've had
because-
him on.
We did? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for the event again so I can. That's Pulp Championship. La 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 la.
Because that's
Where
amazing
is-
to have a fully free
I
action
think I know
character
how.
make it past the Beetlejuices. Like, that's awesome.
I'll have
I
you
think
his
I
name in a
know
moment,
how.
sir. Super.
What you got,
Saiyan.
Jay?
The Hawkeye and Hawkeye does not require a free action to make their second attack, so you just bypass making Kate Bishop and be able to double attack with Hawkeye, or B, you do generate Kate Bishop, put her on the range combat expert Cyblast click, or the range combat expert precision strike click, and just go ham.
Why did Hawkeye fall off? Like, they were the figure for a long time, and they just dropped
Points.
off. Is
that-
it recency bias?
Is that next phase?
No, that was an LE.
Yeah, it's only.
Oh, must not have seen that one.
Oh, it's a banger of a piece. It's 75 points, and it has a lot of stuff. Michael Nelson. Michael Nelson was our guest that we had on.
Oh, we need to
finished
invite
second
him
place.
back to talk about this specific issue because everybody complains about Beetlejuice, obviously, and to have a character make it past Beetlejuice with free action heavy is pretty impressive. I'd like to talk about that.
Like he beat an Abomination team. He beat a Sinestro squad with no modifiers. It looks like he lost to Ryan Redmond using Rogue Prime. He beat Ryan Nance using an Avengers team. He beat a Spot team. Then he defeated Ryan Redmond in round 6, which would have been the top cut. Then he beat a Beetlejuice team, which was Beetlejuice on the main force. Beetlejuice was main force with Animal Man. Wow.
Dang.
And he had the Black Panther to take stuff off the sideline. So he had a beat down in that game, 300-5. So good job.
That is impressive. So Scott,
Uh-oh.
part of the reason that you have been spoiler free on Venom is because you are preparing for the next event coming up, and you've
For
been
me,
laser focused on your team, which does not involve Venom set. What is that event, sir?
that is the Battle World event. But I'm also still focused on my four-letter word bracket. If my players would come actually play the event,
Attendance is key. Yes, it is. How's that four-letter word going for you?
I'm still stuck in the middle of round two. We've already played some round three games, but round two, I'm waiting on two guys to show up so they can get their games done, and then we can finish it off. Both my teams are
Are you
still
doing
alive.
online?
Could we play online? Yes, we could play online. It's just scheduling issues. It's easier to play Mondays if we can get there early and just crank some games out.
Gotcha. So it's you're not doing that was the question, that are you doing it online, or is
No,
it something to your locals? But sounds like it's
it's
something
locals. I
local.
mean, if we wanted to do one for the community, that would be interesting. I mean, the teams, just the team aspect of it. I love building those teams. I love building teams. Thank you, Clay, HC units, so I can save the teams.
Oh yeah, really learn how to use that thing has been.
Have you ever gone back and looked at your old teams that you've forgotten about and just been like, what was I thinking at that time?
Um, I really delete a bunch of teams after I've played them.
I never delete one. I just move on to the
Never.
next.
You are a butthole. cost costs Clay so much money in storage space, in cloud space.
About once a year, I go back and delete everything and catch up to what's current. But it's about once a year. So thank you for noting that, because I will be more conscientious of that going forward.
I didn't think about that.
No, I try and delete
I
them.
tend to keep them out.
Now,
I
if
tend to
it's a
keep them
really
out.
good team that I liked or a really fun team, I'll keep it in my database there just so I can go back to it. Like Nav from UK, he texts me up every so often and wants to play a game of 400 points. I have a Fantastic Four team that I built when Fantastic Four was modern, and I've stored it in HC units now, and I keep it readily available. I love that team. I could play that team weekly.
What all you got running on it?
It's going to be the Fantastic Four Future Foundation Human Torch with Stormbreaker. They'll give him a +2 to range, so his pulse wave would be a range of 6. I had, and he's only hurting opposing characters. I had Dadbot thing with the Disney Plus defense shield, the defense shield. So he's giving everybody the 19 defense. The best part of the team that people underestimate is going to be the Legacy Leech from X-Men Extra Swords, which that was the newest addition to it with the Angler. So I can just get across the map and blank somebody's stuff. And Franklin Von Doom with the Power Gem, and Franklin Richards, and then Legacy Lockjaw. That's the base of the team. And it's just like,
When you say Franklin Von Doom, are you running the chase, right?
yes, with the Power Gem.
Okay,
Because why
understood.
not have a 13 attack for 6 damage or 7 damage whenever you hit me to my guide click? And he gets carried
Yeah,
by Human
down the
Torch, who has Mastermind, so you're going to hit Human Torch because you don't want to get Pulse Waved again and again and again.
Oh, that's gross.
And if I could pick the map is going to be Reed's Lab, so then I can just run into one of those little pockets and get me extra stat bumps.
So
Love
Scott,
this
what is
game.
this battle
So
world
you're
you speak
paying
of?
for the location.
Battle Worlds is we had the mastermind behind it, Mr. Summers, on recently to discuss Battle World. What is it? It is a event for newer players to come in and learn the game, and it gives the veteran players a place to go beat each other's faces in.
So how is it geared for newer players?
Um, I believe they're passing out some starter sets. And why 300 modern? Is it the easiest to get into? I don't think it's the easiest to actually master, but it's the easiest to step into and play, especially if you're given a 400 or a starter set and you run all 4 figures in the starter set at 300 points. I feel like you can get in there and play the game. It's the easiest accessible. Is it the easiest to master? It is not. All right.
When is it and where are you playing at?
It is April 18th at Legacy Cards and Games. I believe it's Legacy Cards and Games. Michael will be able to tell you where it's at better than I could. I've been there one time.
Yeah, so our Battle Worlds event, it's at Legacy Cards and Games in Victoria, Texas on April 18th.
So you guys are facing each other then, potentially.
Yes, yes. Look, I would love it if they could be like first round shout out, just pick somebody. I want to see who gets paired with me. And then there's also bingo cards, which are going to be cool. I know it's probably not feasible for them to change a bingo square, but I would love for the free square to be like when Scott rolls a critical miss, fill the spot in because I will roll a critical miss.
Speaking of which, in my sealed event this weekend, I rolled 3 crit misses in a single game. And I still won.
You, sir, are lacking by 4 to meet my record.
Even my opponent was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
That's bad.
So, are there still seats available at the Battle World in Victoria, Texas?
Why didn't you speak of that? Because I was just checking that out earlier today, and it looked like there was 26 or 27. There's more than 24. There's 4
We got
seats
4
left.
spots left.
All right,
check it out.
I want to see all seats filled by the time of the event.
Oh, it'll be filled. There's 4 seats left.
All right, Jay.
Friend of the show, Rory Zoggs is supposed to be there. I have yet to face him in a game. I would love to face you, Rory. I know he's mentioned off and on that he may or may not be able to make it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he shows
I
up.
don't think he's going to.
He's going.
Why are you
I
putting
think
that
this is
juju
one of
out
the
there?
weekends that he's not able to make it out there.
I thought he was going.
He said he might.
I'm
do
not
it.
actively putting the juju out there. It's just I remember him mentioning this being one of the weekends that he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Boo.
Yeah, but then he said afterwards that he might.
All right, Jay. Knowing both of these characters next to me, who do you call for the higher score at the end of the weekend? Scott or Michael?
Scott.
Really?
You think
Thanks
Scott?
for that
Yeah,
vote
I
of
think
confidence. That was
I gotta
questioning.
go with Scott for that. Um, that's not to say anything to their skill. I know, Michael, you've said that you're much more of a casual player, which is why I give a little bit higher vote to Scott. And I think he'd be able to pull through because he has played in very competitive events before and done really well.
Yeah, this will be
And
number 2.
To that note, I also haven't exactly seen. To be fair, I don't pay that much attention, but I haven't exactly seen where you've ended up with events you've played. I've just heard about Scott doing really well. That's why I give the vote of confidence to Scott.
All right.
Thanks.
My
How
Michael,
about you, Wes?
my money is on Michael straight, and here's why. Scott is notorious for building a plethora of teams and finally funneling down into one. Michael was running the same team he played in what event was it? States. So he knows his team backwards and forwards. He knows it inside and out. Scott is probably going to have a couple of practice sessions in, maybe. Whereas Michael is going to know it inside and out. So my money is on straight.
So funny you say that, Wes. I'm putting the finishing touches on a team to practice tomorrow, potentially. And will I practice it more than one time? No, because if there's someone else going, I'm going to practice something else that we expect to be there, like Michael Straight's team. So I'm playing all these teams, getting all this experience playing these teams to figure out if I can find a weakness to them or if I'm just totally screwed. And against Michael Straight's team, I would be pretty much screwed with this team that I'm putting together right now.
Well, either way, good luck to you both. I am cheering for you both. And good luck to everybody attending. I think that the Battle World, what do you call it? Event series is a great initiative. I think that one thing that this game needs is more fresh blood. And I think that this is a great way to try to drive some of that.
I want to put a time out there. I don't like that fresh blood phrase because the Victoria guys went to States and it felt like when they sat down in the first 3 rounds, it's like, man, we're just here to feed the sharks. I don't want them to feel like they're fresh blood. I want them to come get their lumps because playing in competitive games is not the easy way to start the game.
No, it's
Come
not.
play, get those lumps. And I'm going to tell you, Michael, I have a serious question for you. Since your group went to states, there was what, 5, 6 of you guys that went to states?
There was 4 of us.
4?
Me, Justin, Christian, Huck.
So out of those 4, have you seen a level up on those guys playing at the local shop?
And Huck definitely. He is really stepping up his thought process.
So just going to this event is going to level you up whenever you go back home and play at your locals. So go get that experience, even though it was very, I don't know, anxiety inducing. Go give it a whirl.
And to our veteran players, I strongly suggest attending your local battle world if there is one near you. If nothing else, to get some playtime with some top end players, but to just support the initiative, support your local venue, support Wes Summers and what he's doing, because we all need to support each other. We're part of a community. Let's support each other, even if like you're like, oh, I've been playing this game for 20 years and I know everything there is to know. It's still fun to play. Just go and have fun, because at the end of the day, it's still a game.
Definitely.
But speaking of growing the game, part of Heroclix and advertising and word of mouth is just getting the word out there. And segue here, Red, White, and Clix has been, for the last 2 years, a solid event within the competitive community. And it's been one of the cornerstones of starting the competitive series off. It's after Worlds, one of the first major events into a new rotation, and it's been incredibly successful. All of the proceeds are donated to veteran nonprofit organizations that focus on veteran homelessness and mental health issues and just everything that veterans deal with on a day-to-day basis that are not covered by the government, because the government is notoriously bad about investing into their soldiers after they've returned home. And I am a example of that myself. 10 years ago, I was facing homelessness, and here I am today because of a local veterans group, nonprofit organization. And Red, White, and Clix, I started with an idea of like a 20 to 30 person event. And by the end of 2 months of playing, it ended up being a 70 person event. The following year, 80 people. And because of that growth and the excitement of the community, you guys as a community have really supported Red, White, and Clix and what I'm trying to do. I was encouraged to grow it into a full-blown nonprofit organization all its own. So I filled out the paperwork with the IRS and incorporated Red, White, and Clix into a nonprofit organization where our goal is to use tabletop games as a vehicle to raise funds for other nonprofit veteran-focused organizations. While Red, White, and Clix, the event, is the primary mothership of the organization, I have a vision of branching out into other small events in other regions, so not everybody has to travel from Texas to Indiana for one event a year. I want to have a CCO type atmosphere where you can go to your local venue for a certain event, and the proceeds are donated to charity for veterans. That is the vision. Right now, I am still gearing up for the main event in November, which will be Veterans Day weekend in November.
What day is Veterans Day?
What's that?
When is Veterans Day in November?
So it is on Wednesday, which is smack dab in the middle of the week. So I am still trying to find out the drill schedule of the Armory and what weekend they are designating to be the Veterans Day weekend. But it'll be either the weekend before or the weekend after. As soon as they just define their drill schedule, I will have a set date for that. But in that light, I want to shout out Michael Strait, who has agreed to be part of the board of directors for Red, White, and Clicks. He's going to be our hype man / multimedia director, all that stuff. Right now, I have a board of 4 members. I am currently looking for a treasurer. If you out there or know somebody who has a background in finance and are willing to donate your time and experience to Red, White, and Clicks, I'm looking for somebody to manage the books and run the forms and files to keep the IRS off my back. Because I want to do this by the book. I am very serious about this. I want this to be an ongoing endeavor way past, I'm 40, almost 46, right? So my ability to run this long term is short lived. And hopefully somebody will pick up the torch and carry on past me. So I'm doing all this by the book. I have filed all the forms on the IRS with the state, with the federal. I'm still getting my 501c3 pending because IRS is busy with tax season right now, and they're kind of slow on the pickup, but it is coming. But I need somebody to stand in the board as a treasurer that has a firm understanding of tax laws and what's involved with that. So if you are or know somebody who is involved with finances and tax forms and are willing to donate your time and energy to a very worthy cause, please reach out and contact me. Red, White, and Clicks has an official email of redwhiteandclicks@gmail.com. Website of Red, White, and Clicks, redwhiteandclicks.org. And I just got these flashy new business cards because I went to a couple of events where I could talk about Red, White, and Clicks and promote it to businesses for sponsorship. And they're like, hey, do you have a card to leave behind? I'm like, I don't. So one of our sponsors, which we have several, donated 1,000 of these business cards to me so I can pass them out. Just basic information, but it's just part of the initiative of Red, White, and Clicks to spread the word and support the initiative.
Hey, I don't need to be seeing those cards at Chili's for your free appetizer.
Yeah. We have several sponsors already. I have personally reached out to over 350 businesses and philanthropic sponsors. One of our gold sponsors is Smith Integrated Pest Management Team. They are a local organization that deals in pest control. They actually do our personal house pest control. They're great. They use organic, non-whatever stuff. They're terrific. We have Texas Roadhouse, which just did our recent promotion in store where everybody that visited and flashed our flyer got 10%. We got 10% of their meal donated. I don't have the numbers back from that yet. The person who does all that went on vacation the day after. So the numbers are coming. Blue Moon Comics, who always is a beneficiary of Red, White, and Clicks. Printing Partners, who is donating printed material like these business cards. Spotlight Strategies out of Indianapolis, who is the one who donated these cards. Purdue Federal Credit Union has made a financial donation. They are local Purdue Employee Federal Credit Union affiliates, and that's the way I've banked with for years. The Veterans of Foreign Wars, the VFW, have donated. PIP, Metro Indy Marketing, Science, and Printing are donating, along with, I think that's it. So that's just the bare minimum that I'm starting off with to get things started. And the idea is the more money that is donated up front on the front end, the more money is given to nonprofits on the back end. So if you are or know somebody that has a business that would be interested in sponsoring an event like Red Riding Clix, please let me know.
What you got next on the agenda? Is it the watch list?
Yes. So the watch list, that has been an issue of contention among Heroclix aficionados.
I seen a meme. That I enjoyed. It had the Wizkids office as a bunch of chimpanzees with Beetlejuice in the background, like he's directing them. I'm like, really?
All right. So why is Beetlejuice a topic of conversation again?
Because he got nothing on the errata list other than a little blurb saying he will be retiring at the next rotation.
Thoughts?
I've already beat the dead horse, man. I brought him back to life and beat him to death again. He's fine. I would love, when I first found out about Beetlejuice and what he was going to do, I wanted him to have an aura effect of a range of 6 or whatever. But I'm fine with him being full map.
Straight. Give me straight.
Really, no effect to me. Like I said, my experience with Beetlejuice is extremely minimum. I didn't play Beetlejuice until I went to States. So,
And he hurt your States team.
yes, he did. Absolutely. I might have cried a little.
Jay.
I keep saying this over and over. I'm perfectly fine with it as is.
Okay, here's my one singular issue with Beetlejuice in the watch list. Their reasoning for not erratating him.
Erratating.
Yes, whatever. If you're going to use a certain reasoning, a certain logic for one character, it should be across the board. Their reasoning for not making a errata on Beetlejuice was that he's retiring after rotation. At the same time, everything on this list that is being errated is also retiring. So what makes Beetlejuice okay until...
Are you sure? Because, I mean, we keep kicking this around that rotation may be longer than you think.
Okay.
I mean, I keep kicking the can. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm just saying I'm kicking the can saying we don't know what's going to rotate. We expect Black Panther.
Did Beetlejuice come out at the same time as Black Panther?
I'm not sure the time. So I expect Black Panther to be retired. For sure.
That's
So,
what, like 3
So
years
Beetlejuice
older
came
right
about
now,
that same time, right?
Yes.
So logic dictates that if it came out about the same time, it should rotate about the same time. And they've announced that Beetlejuice is rotating.
Yes.
Okay. So the Ares bomb and Predagaton should also be rotating.
I don't think Predagaton should be rotated yet. Personally, it came out like the month of or the week, 2 weeks before Worlds that year. So it got pushed back. So I feel like it's still, I mean, when did it come out? Did it come out before Black Panther? Yes, it did. All right, it will be retired. Yeah, Predagaton will be retired. He's already retired. Dun,
All right.
dun, dun.
So Predagaton and Ares came out at the same time or before Beetlejuice, and they are being errated, correct?
Yes.
So why are they worthy of an errata, but Beetlejuice is not, when they are potentially rotating at the same time?
Availability?
Could it be the troll of players?
I'm just saying, like, I'm fine either way. If you're going to errata one, errata them all. If you're not going to errata one, don't errata them all. Be consistent. That's all I'm saying.
Predagaton, I could see. Okay, before we start digging into this, Beetlejuice got nothing, right? We don't have anything to errata on Beetlejuice. He got nothing. Who's next on your list for the erratas? Let's go down the line.
We have Ares.
What happened to Ares?
So they do the Blades roll against the main character, and then anybody adjacent. Before rolling, they may choose that after resolutions, they deal each adjacent character other than the target damage equal to half the result of the blades. So the main character that you attack gets blades. Everybody adjacent gets half that. Whereas before, they all just got the result of the blades.
So they
No,
basically
everybody
nerfed
got
him a little bit.
individual roles for blades.
Yes,
They
sorry.
didn't get the same result. Everybody got
Their own role.
individual roles.
Yes.
So they just sped the process up.
Kind of.
I don't
cool
think it
with it.
makes it less playable. I just think it changes the probability of how much damage is dealt.
Well, yes, but I mean, think about it. You're getting this guy off the sideline for one thing, and I hit the main guy for 1 click of damage, but I hit the adjacent guy for 6, which is more beneficial for me to hit that guy. I just couldn't reach him.
Okay, but Scott, why Ares and not Beetlejuice?
I don't know. I mean, why not? I don't have a reason why. I don't have a reason why not.
Okay.
Like I said, availability could be a thing. Beetlejuice was an Iconics. Did they sell out of the Beetlejuice? I don't know. I haven't seen it on a shelf in a while.
Give me two straight. What are your thoughts on Ares?
Align with Scott saying, it just kind of speeds up the process. Just
Do you think it changes his playability?
I don't think so.
Is he
I
as
think it
meta as he
nerfed
was
him down a
before?
little bit, but it's not negative.
Is he as meta as he was?
I would. Yes, I would say yes. Still,
Jay.
I do not think he's as meta as he was before. One of the main ways people were using him was with characters that had giant reach and the ability to ignore characters. Mjolnir was very popular with that, to be able to get a shot off on 3+ characters. Now that is not an option anymore. Before, you could very easily target 5 different people and be able to hit them on an alpha strike. Now you're kind of limited to 3 unless formations already, like, somebody's gotten together in a cluster. So I think he actually slowed things down, and I think that was actually a good change.
So why Ares
Before,
and not
you could
Beetlejuice?
very easily have, like, is that a question directed at me, or like one by one you're going around again?
No, you. Why Ares not Beetlejuice?
Okay. Because Ares could end the game very, very quickly if you had a character with big enough giant reach and got the right roles to be able to just go, hey, murder, 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 murder. Now you have 1 or 2 characters left on your team while I still have my full force.
Okay, so
You know,
Ares
and
ends the
it
game in turn 1.
Super sped up the game.
Ares ends the game in turn 1. Beetlejuice slows the game to a stop. What? And
He
they
doesn't
both
slow
rotate
the
at the same
game to
time.
a stop. He definitely slows the game, yes, but not to a full grind. Not to a full halt.
Look, I'm going to say I'm pro Beetlejuice, but if I know my team and I've built my team to deal with Beetlejuice or be aware of Beetlejuice, because we've been playing with Beetlejuice for almost 2 years, we need to be aware. We need to know what our team does. We should be able to play the game as fast as we were with Beetlejuice on the map.
Okay, so we're how many months out for Worlds?
6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7.
Does this
Nobody?
change how you build your team for Worlds if you're going to Worlds?
No.
Straight?
I'm not playing in Worlds, I don't think.
am I going?
If you were going, let's assume everybody's going. If you were going to Worlds, does this errata change your build?
No.
No.
Jay?
No.
Okay. Does the Beetlejuice errata or lack out thereof change your build?
No.
No.
If they had errated it, would it have changed your build?
Maybe for me, anyways.
Eroded which one?
Okay. Look, I'm not going to.
Eroded which
I'm not going
one?
to beat my opinion into the ground. I'm just
Errata,
gonna-
which way?
I'm-
Which way is the errata going here, Wes? Are we neutering him more? We're going to give him an aura effect? What are we doing?
I'm just saying, like I want the community to decide what they think. I am just putting the information out there. My opinion is I want the logic to be sound and consistent. And the lack of consistency bothers me. But that being said, it is what it is. If I were going to Worlds, I feel like the Ares would not affect my build. The lack of Beetlejuice, or if it had been errated, potentially could affect my build, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I've been building with Beetlejuice in the forefront of my mind for so long that I'm not sure how it will affect me. So let's go on to
Perdegaton.
Perdegaton. Yes. What are your thoughts on Perdegaton? First of all, is it rotating at the same time as Beetlejuice?
Should,
Probably.
yes.
Okay. Go on.
I'll let someone else go before I go.
Straight?
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Perdegaton. How do you feel about the Perdegaton errata?
Makes no difference to me. I mean, he's retired, so what difference does it make?
Okay, what is the errata?
He's just banned, right? He's banned from all formats.
Yep.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I think he should have just been errated to be 60 points and not 20 or 40 points.
This is the link.
My honest take on Perdegaton. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. I have I'm glad you got that. Okay. Now I really don't care. I don't care that he's gone. I don't care that he was there. He was effective for his 20 points of being able to mind control, or with the Serpent Crown, 30 points. But he could see through a bunch of stuff. The probability control. The thing I hated most about Perdegaton was the beginning of game. Take this piece, put him over here. I hated that. For 20 points, that was a little cheap.
Was he or was he not a burden upon the meta?
Really cheap TK with prob. I mean, we're getting to Phoenix, the Phoenix Pog here level.
Was he or was he not as potentially game breaking to the game as Beetlejuice?
Nah.
I don't think he was so much game breaking as just impacting team build to where you could just, build something that you wanted and go, oh, hey, I have 20 points left over, or I have 40 points left over. Immediate thought is, cool, here's Perdegaton. He
Yes.
brought so much and the comparison that you just made, 10-point Phoenix, he brought so much more value than Phoenix did for 20 points. There was wild card, there was disrupting formation by moving a figure, there was either TK leadership or Psyblast enhancement, or poison wild card, not to mention move through a bunch of stuff, see through a bunch of stuff, be able to carry while sidestepping. He brought so much value for his points. Like I get why he was banned. I think he should have just been errated to be 60 points and that's it.
All right.
I mean, I'm cool with it if they would have said, hey, suck it, take it. He's here for another 5-6 months.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but no, I'm not saying anything. Straight. What's your thoughts on Perdegaton?
I didn't really see him being that big of a deal. But then again, probably could not have been played right here, but I've never had no issue with him.
All right, Jay,
I've just recently acquired one, just haven't had a chance to use it.
Like,
Here's my
he should have
thing.
just 60
the
points.
the Perdegaton issue is far and beyond such a minuscule issue compared to Beetlejuice, right? Everybody and their dog is complaining about Beetlejuice, and they choose to ignore it. Nobody gives a flying fuck about Perdegaton. Why is he banned from all formats? I see the issue of potential problems in Silver. Okay, that's Silver's problem. Why is he banned in Mana? We've dealt with him for almost 2 years straight. We understand how he works. we've been building with him or around him or against him. We He's been there. Why in the last 6 months is he such a problem that we have to ban him? But Beetlejuice, that has been a consistent issue throughout the format, throughout Heroclix, is fine. But Predacton, we gotta put the hammer down on him. Why is Predacton the issue, but Beetlejuice is not? That is where I have the issue. If you're going to ban one, ban all. If you're going to errata one, errata all. If you're going to ignore one, ignore them all, because they're all potentially rotating at the same time. What makes Predacton such a bad guy, but Beetlejuice not?
He's a
Panel.
Nazi. That's why he's a bad guy. He's a Nazi.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? Oh my God, is this the first time a lot of people are defending a Nazi?
Yes, I think so.
Look,
I think Antonio's the one that said that initially.
look. My thing is, I'm fine either way. I don't care. Like, if you want to say Projecton is a bad guy and bad for the game, fine. I can see your point on that issue. If you're saying that Beetlejuice is fine and he's going to rotate in 6 months, so he's a non-issue, fine. Let him be. Let them all be. Why is one fine when everybody and their dog is bitched about it?
Hold on.
But everybody
You know
else
what?
is fine with
This
these
is a
other
perfect
figures, but
segue,
they
Lex.
are
Is there any
getting
more on the
banned or
errata list?
errated.
Is there any more on the errata list that we need to talk about?
Destroyer. Armor.
Destroyer didn't get anything.
Uh,
Correct. Destroyer was not eroded.
So
Destroyer.
this is the perfect segue. This is the perfect segue for the next topic.
All right.
Adepticon. They had a Beetlejuice free meta event at Adepticon.
Really?
Yes, they banned Beetlejuice for the event because uh, certain people that were heading up the event do not like Beetlejuice, and they wanted to run a Beetlejuice free.
Who are
That
those
is a
people?
is Wizkids sponsoring or is Wizkids attached to Adepticon at all?
Who were those people?
DJ and Clix.
Shout out
So
to Generation Clicks.
so is Wizkids attached to Adepticon at all?
I don't think they were.
I don't
not
know if
this
they
year.
are or not. So if you want to run your event and not have a specific piece in there, set it up and run it. It's not that hard to do.
Absolutely.
If Wes says, "Hey, I'm running red, white, and clicks this year, and we can't have any left-handed players there," well, if you want to go, you better roll your dice right-handed.
If I had a nickel for every message I got about are orange rules on maps legal, or is this legal? Is that legal? Like, seriously, like, I got so many messages about that stuff. I'm like, look, I'm going by whatever Wizkids says. I'm not making any special rules for Red White and Clicks. Like, it's fine the way it is. I'm following Wizkids' line of thinking. But yeah, exactly, Scott. Like, if you're running your own event, you want to run your own rules, have at it.
But hey, going back to Adepticon, they had some really cool events there. They did a championship event without the Beetlejuice. Congratulations to Ricky Prignano for winning that event.
Congratulations, Ricky.
Let's see, what else did they do at Adepticon? I know they had Silver Age Pulp today. It had 19 players show up. It was won by
There was the Duos Championship.
Ricky won that as well.
Congratulations, Ricky. Man,
Way
many
to go,
talents.
Ricky. You had a great weekend, it sounds like. Battle Royal, Battle Royal, Battle Royal. They had something on Friday night that I think it was just Silver Age. Um, there was some really weird rules on that game or at that event. But hey, I don't know how the rules work because I just play the game part time ish. I make them up as I go. So
Let's see. On Thursday, it looks like they had the Duos Championship, the Chaos Battle Royales. Yeah, just the Duos championship.
All right, so shout out to the Flying
Players?
Perganos, namely
His
Ricky,
duo is
Chef,
great.
and Logan Pergano of the Flying Perganos, who dominated Road Riding Clix teams. They have dominated past events. They dominated Adepticon this year. They are a force to be reckoned with out of the Chicagoland area, who play at Hell. Yeah, just Hell. They play at Hell.
They play the Hell event. All right, I want to shout out to Red, White, and Clicks judge Matt Leiner.
Yep, Matt Liner.
He had stellar showing in almost every event he played this weekend. So good job to him. He had some really interesting teams as well.
All right, so your guys' thoughts about lack of Beetlejuice on the meta at Adepticon?
Repeat the question, Wes.
Your thoughts on lack
it's
of
fine. It is what it
Beetlejuice
is.
in the meta?
The lack of Beetlejuice or the blackout on Beetlejuice? You know what? I feel like it made Phoenix Force Thor better. I feel like it would make a Sinister Syndicate Poison team way better. I don't think anybody ran a Sinister Syndicate team. I don't know if they forgot about it or if there's other ways around it, but I feel like that should have been in the meta at that event. And I'm looking through it and I'm not seeing one.
I mean, what can you say? It's their event. They can run it how they want to.
I want to say this, in the reasoning of Wizkids on Beetlejuice is, quote, given that it is healthy for some restrictions on capital-free actions to exist, future figures may explore similar design space, but will not be as restrictive as Beetlejuice.
Already got one.
Do you guys feel like the free action restriction is necessary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay?
To some degree, it may be helpful. I think it also then takes away from part of the game. It makes some figure just completely unplayable.
Has the WizKids design team made free action so overpowered that it is necessary to completely shut them down?
I mean, hold on. Beetlejuice completely shuts them down. The newer pieces that have come out, Tri-Sentinel being the hot one, does not shut a team down. It affects one free action per turn. So you have to be selective on when you want to make this Tri-Sentinel pop off. And he has to be within his little aura range or his range, whatever. So
was Beetlejuice the canary in the coal mine to see if this mechanic worked?
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Straight?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the canaries in the coal mine, did it work? Yes or no?
Yes. He's alive.
Straight?
I mean, look at how many people talk about it. Look at us talking about it for the
But
fifth
are they
time.
talking about it because it's good, or are they talking about it because it's bad?
Yes. Still a yes.
All right, so when you hear
Exactly.
from straight.
Talk is talk.
It's just noise, Wes. It's all noise. We're going to play the game with or without Beetlejuice. They did it at Adepticon.
Look, I have been consistent within my own logic of stop breaking shit. If you don't make it so overpowered that it doesn't need a fix, you're fine. Beetlejuice is fine because they made shit so overpowered. If they've not made free action so prevalent in everything from rare and above to where you have Phoenix Soar with a backside of his card is all free actions, and it is just a problem. Spot is a problem. Was a problem. For whatever reason, it fell off because of the errata. I don't think the errata made him that non-playable, but whatever. My issue is that free actions have dominated the game to the point where they felt like Beetlejuice was necessary. Let's draw back the free actions and make it more power action oriented, and then you don't need figures like Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice adjacent. That is my take on it. But because they have chosen to go that route and have Phoenix Zor and Phoenix Zor adjacent figures, you have to have Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice adjacent figures. Because if you're going to go too far to the right, you have to go too far to the left to fix it. I think the solution is to be in the middle. But what do you guys think?
I think you're trying to crash if you're just driving all over the road like that, Wes.
What?
Too far
That
to the
makes
left, too
perfect-
far to the right. You're just like, are you
No,
the pace car?
Stay in your lane. That's all I'm saying. Stay in your lane. If you don't make it too overpowered, then you don't need to overcompensate.
I feel like that's the sweet spot that they're trying to find, and they're having to do this because they want to veer out and make something a little bit strong, and then they feel it's been too far, so they got to have something to make it pull back, and then it goes too far that way. But hey,
Straight.
it is what it is.
Straight. What do you think?
I can't disagree. Yeah, they're just trying to find that median.
But do they need to go that far to the right to say, "Hey, this didn't work," or could they have gone a little less severe and go, "Oh, let's not
They've done
overcorrect"?
Everything they do, Wes. I don't know how long you've played this game. Feet cards
6
were
years.
like feet cards were like way over here, and then we're gonna bring them back. We gotta implement this 10% rule, and then they had the battlefield conditions. They went way over there, and then you had to like, oh hey, we have to have ordinary day and extraordinary day, and we limit how many we have. So
Let's learn from our mistakes of the past so we don't repeat them in the future.
we're repeating them right now.
That's
Feet
what I'm
cards.
saying. Let's learn from the past.
No, we're trying to reinvent these or revamp these to make them viable for today. So feat cards / one shots are all over the place. You said in this set there's like 19.
Oh my god, there's so many in Venom. I opened so many one shots and none of them repeats.
Way
It's
back in the day.
ridiculous.
It's just feat cards all over again.
Yep. Are they repeating the same mistakes as
No,
feed
I
cards,
don't
or is
think
this
they're-
all new mistakes?
I don't think they're feed cards all over again because feed cards generally stayed around minus a few exceptions like protected and the ones that
Fortified.
went away. Most fortified stayed.
Yeah, fortify is 5 points, protected with 20.
Yeah, as soon as I saw those one shots, I immediately
zero.
was drawn back in the day with those feed cards.
Even
and battlefield conditions.
who was the
Right,
designer
but-
with Scott Porter on that stream he did? One of the head designers. He was like, one shots are feet cards.
Brian?
Huh?
Brian?
Yeah, Brian
Or
Gallagher.
was it I think I don't remember that whole
Anyway,
call right now.
I watched
remember
that
Brian.
live stream, and he was like, one shots are battlefield conditions, like
Feat cards.
feed cards, yeah. And then the tarot cards were
Tarot
battlefield
cards were
conditions.
battlefield conditions.
Yeah. So are
Well,
they
they're-
repeating the same mistakes, or are they making all new ones?
They're revamping them to see how they work in the format now, which I mean, it's fine. You had something that was useful and used, and then you went away from it because it was abused. Try and reintegrate it into the game as a different way and see how it goes.
So they're
I mean,
making the
there's
same mistakes
nothing wrong
again.
with it.
I wonder if they'll touch on event dials again. That'd be funny. Never use those.
So you're saying they're making the same mistakes again?
I'm saying they're trying to reintegrate it to see how it's taken by the populace. Is it going to be a mistake?
Well,
We
if it was a
won't know.
mistake the first time,
I
logic
mean-
dictates it's a mistake the second time.
We don't
I don't think
have
it was a
resources
mistake
anymore.
either
We have
time.
equipment.
I don't think either one of them were a mistake. I think they were a good They were a good element for their own time. Yes, they got a little out of hand, but that's a behavior of the players, not
Yes,
a flaw
Yes,
in the design.
and
yes,
that
agree.
plays into the last thing I want to talk about is we have talked ad nauseum about the sky is falling, right? And the sky is not always falling, even though you always think it is. A lot of the problems that players bitch about to excess is not the designer's fault. It's not Wizkids' fault. It is the player's fault for breaking nice shit. We get nice things, and players go, "Hey, this is nice. Let's break it," and then it becomes not nice again. So let's play a game and stop breaking nice shit.
I mean, it'd be nice, but I'm also trying to create something that is specific for me to be like, ha ha ha, I outthought you. So I'm going to try and break builds and make stuff work. Now, I try and do it in a fun way, not to where I'm just like, nope, sorry, you don't get to play. Here's my infinite action turn.
Okay, Scott. Along that line of thinking, if something is technically legal but bad sportsmanship, is it okay?
No, I to me, we hoot and holler about how great this community is, right?
Yep.
So if we're doing something that is counterintuitive to our community, to draw a negative connotation on it or a negative light to it, then I feel like you're not doing justice to the game slash the community slash yourself, even if it is legal.
Straight. If something is quote unquote legal, like you can do it in the game. It's fine legally, but is has a negative appearance on the community. Is it okay? You're gonna win the
No,
game. You're gonna win the tournament. You're gonna be the world champion, but you had to do some shifty sidestepping to do it.
no, I'm all about the community. So no, I'm no.
All right, Jay. I know I'm putting you on the spot here. If you choose to pass this question, I totally understand.
I'll pass on this question.
Okay.
Now, okay, let me take that back. That was said more so just because of the joke you made out of it. But I don't think that faulting a player for the way they think or do something, whether it's when it's completely within the bounds of the game, is the way to go. That's not how you foster a community. Now, can you provide guidance to that player that, hey, yeah, congrats, you won this event. For future, keep this in mind. Sure. But then that's not in the spirit of competitiveness. You're taking away that aspect, which will then, it has the potential to push that player out of the game. There's two sides to the three sides to how this game is played by people. Either a rules lawyer every little piece of it and use that to be able to win, in which case you're going the super competitive side. There's the super casual side where people are playing kitchen table. They don't look at the comp rule books, they just look at the rule book that comes with the starter and go, okay, we'll play based off of this. Mastermind and super senses don't work together because they're at different places, blah blah blah. Or you have the in the middle players where they, yes, pay attention to the rules to make sure things work, but they're not going hardcore on the meta side. They're also not going on the other side of, hey, we're playing this at a mega casual level. People that are familiar with the game, people that know the rules, but they don't go so far to go, okay, I'm going to use the minutia or build a super expensive team to try to win. No matter how we look at the game, at some point or another, somebody is going to get that short stick in how their team is looked at, how their play style is looked at, simply because of our own perception of how the game should be played. Hell, I had to end a friendship because a person said that to me, that the way that I play the game, where I do keep the rules in mind and use that for how the local venue is run, because they want to play super casual at, kitchen table, and they don't like that I build middle of the road teams, because to them, the game seems super meta, or the teams that I build are super meta, where I'm running like Spider-Man family team ability with no keyword bending, or I'm running a team like Scarlet Witch clones, or Gwen clones, or even Shuri clones. Side note: Clone Wars is one of my favorite things to run. But I'm running things like that that are fun for me, but they hold their own. And because they hold their own and have some cohesiveness, the person's like, "Oh, you're always building meta team." Like, no, I'm not. So everyone's always going to have a different perception to the game. I don't think we should change figure designs or change the rules for that. The rules are meant to be more a governing system of how the game should be played at its highest competitive level, to make sure that everything works as it should. Figure designs, same thing happens, where between between the rares, the commons, and the uncommons, yes, you have a lot of cohesiveness, but you don't have a lot of complicated things, where you get into SRs chases, and ultra chases. Yes, you're going to have things that realistically defy the rules at times. Does that mean it's bad? No, no, it isn't. It's just not somebody's cup of tea.
Okay, so my thinking behind this question, my logic behind this question is because it seems like at least once a year there is a major event where something potentially unsportsmanlike happens, whether it be something behind the scenes within potentially opposing teams, within somebody stacking the deck against their opponents within a BR, within smashing a ultra chase PR table. Like there's a plethora, like marking uh, a card. Like there's a lot of things that can happen that are yes or no technically within the parameters of legality, but cross or approach the line of sportsmanship. And whether it's common knowledge or not, there is an instance at Adepticon that crosses that line. My question is, where does it become? I don't know. I guess I don't really know what I'm asking.
Where does it
I'm
become a
asking.
player problem versus an
So
event problem?
okay, so let me take a step back in how I answered that question,
Yeah.
given the context you provided. Is unsportsman conduct going to happen? Yes. Should it happen? No. I think we can all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
That being said, if it's if it's two people that just don't want to play, because the days can go so long, and one person's like, "Hey, I don't want to play. I just want to bow this round out to be able to go do something else, go take a break, go eat." By all means, go ahead and just report that. But at the same time, I think the person should have the thought, the wherewithal, to tell the judge, "Hey, I'm forfeiting the match for this reason, and there's no points being submitted beyond the 300 the person should have, and this other person that is forfeiting should have zero."
Okay, now
Now,
Jay,
hold
specifically.
on.
Okay,
I'm not done yet. Hold on.
okay,
Now, if it's a instance of where, two people, because they've played the game against each other, they've practiced against each other, 50 times with the same team, and they know the outcome of that match, because they've practiced it so many times, they go, "Okay, we're going to report this, how it's usually turned out. Out of the 50 games we played, 40 games ended in this person's favor, with them getting X number of points, and, the wiping out the other person's team. And in the meantime, the other person got 180 points, and they reported that." Okay, that definitely not okay.
No,
But
that's not
the
right.
other side, right? But the other side of, hey, right now I just need a break. I'm going to forfeit this match because we're still in the Swiss, and worry about it later. Like, I I get that to a certain
Yeah,
extent,
that I
but
can understand.
Let
But
me
even
let me
other
give you a
still,
side of it,
specific instance. 2 years ago at Red, White, and Clicks Volume One, Azareth and who was the other one?
That's on you, boo. That
Oh
was your
shit!
winner.
I'm gonna look bad. All right, Red, White, and Clicks Volume One. The winner and runner up did a roll off. They got to the final table and said, "It has been a long fucking day. We were fucking tired, and we don't want to play this game out. We know it can potentially come down to who plays first. We're just gonna roll off and split the prizes." Is that or is that not good sportsmanship, Scott?
If both players agree to the roll off, then I'm okay with it being a good sportsmanship thing. Is it good for the event? I don't think it promotes the event to say, "Hey, we finished to completion." But hey, I got other things that I want to implement at events. I would love to see top 8
so
play each round to where you have the actual bottom 8th spot that lost 3 games in a row, so then we can all laugh and point at them. Ha ha. Nah, not really. But I would still love to have it play out to see where these people finish.
All right, straight. Two people finish in the top table, decide to roll off and split the proceeds. Your thoughts?
I mean, my thing is like I said, everybody's cool with it, and then I guess, but the game should be played out. But I understand. I learned my lesson from states that these days can get very long. So
Is it good
I get
sportsmanship?
Like I said, between the players, I feel like sports.
if it's cool with like I said, if it's cool with everybody, if everybody's okay with it, both players are good with it, then I don't see why not. I mean, because you're putting the sportsmanship right there. Like, hey, we both had a long day. Do you want to keep going? I don't want to keep going. You know, if they both agree,
Yep.
then yeah, it's good sportsmanship there. But
I feel like for the players, it's good, but for the event organizer, the
All
event
right.
itself, it is not.
So,
yeah,
Jay, I know I'm putting you in the hot seat, and if you choose to pass, it's okay.
it depends on how that decision is made. If they decide to go roll off and go, hey, whoever rolls highest wins, and they just go, hey, 300 to 0, and it's been 15 hours of playing, or like 12 hours of playing.
Right.
I get it. I may not exactly like it, but I get it.
but
If they decide to split it off that, again, I understand. Is
would
it
something like that
is it
screw somebody over?
conducive? It Not
Sorry, not
really. It
trying to
doesn't
interrupt.
really. No, no, you're good. It doesn't really screw anyone over because both players made it to that spot
The only person
without
it
any
inhibits is the other
unsportsman
player,
contest.
correct?
Sure.
So, if something
But
similar happens where it
hold
is.
on.
Okay, go ahead.
But both players agreed, right? Both players agreed that they would do a roll off. If you can offer that and just go, hey, I don't want to do that. I'd rather play it out. And the other person goes, no, I just want to do a roll off. Then you call the judge over and you go, hey, how do we resolve this? And then the judge takes it from there.
Mm-hmm.
It is up to both players in the top match to be able to make that decision, and again, for the judge to accept it, right?
No, I
Um,
completely agree with that.
Now, if it's going back to that instance of two players that are sitting across from each other, they've practiced that match 50 different games, and out of 50, 40 games, one person lost at getting 180 points while the other person won 300, and they just go, oh, we're just going to report that. No, that's not cool. That is very unsportsmanlike.
Right,
That
so
is
taking
that is
that
then
specific
detrimental.
instance and putting it in the top four table, you and three other players are in the top four. You make the same decision with the player across from you, but it potentially affects the other two players in the battle.
It's
Is it
absolutely not
okay?
right.
No,
Okay.
No,
If
no. That literally right from the start. That's a no. That's not okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel like it's not okay as well. I mean, okay, let me rewind a little bit back to Red, White, and Clicks. I played Nate White in top four.
Mm.
Nate's a great guy. I enjoy my games with Nate. I feel like we're 1-1 now against each other. Um, my game finished super super early. Now, did I take the time to go watch the other game? No, because I didn't want to feel like I was scouting ahead, trying to get an advantage. If that is the goal, then no, I'm not okay with it. If I could go take a break, use the restroom, catch a cigarette if I smoked, eat something, great. Have some time. Go do something while you wait. But if you're going to be trying to gain a competitive advantage in that aspect, I feel like you're doing injustice to the game and yourself. You
I
can
want
narrow
to
it
say
down to where
that
you said
it's a game. Let's keep it civil.
yes.
Just
But
have
yeah, on that
fun.
note,
That's
Mike,
that's the
I'm
thing.
coming for your head.
Bring it. All right. Come
Look,
on.
look. When's the last time you shaved, sir?
Mm,
No, like full, clean, nothing.
oh, shoot. I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you'd be interested in a hair versus hair match.
Hey, I'm down for that.
I do owe Michael Straight an apology because when I posted his last episode, I uh, perused his my Facebook page. I almost said MySpace. God damn. I went through his Facebook page
You
and
don't want to pull
pulled
up my
a shit ton of pictures, some of which were not current. I include members of his past who are not currently members of his present. I
West
apologize for
outed
that.
my whole phase.
I did not mean to ruffle any feathers with that. I was just
Oh,
trying
it's
to
all
have fun.
good. Me and the missus were sitting there watching on the
All right,
TV, and we were just busting out laughing.
it's almost 10 o'clock West
All
here. I
right,
gotta,
I'm
I gotta
sorry.
start
I've
wrapping
been
this up.
rambling. As always, we go over time on round table. It's always a good time. I enjoy this segment more than any other. I think the audience enjoys it, so it's easy to go over time. I really appreciate everybody's time tonight. Thank you everybody who's been on Patreon up to this point. Michael Straight, you have been a avid supporter since day one. Mark Bird in Australia, you've been a supporter since day one. I do have a very important and heartbreaking announcement to make. This is the last broadcast of Talking Clicks. As I talked about earlier, Red, White, and Clicks has been taking a predominantly huge chunk of my time, in which I do not have the time or the energy to do to Talking Clicks. I am working around the clock on Red, White, and Clicks to develop it and to grow it into a larger entity than it is currently, and that's where my energy is devoted right now. So I cannot continue Talking Clicks in its current format. I do apologize to everybody. I strongly cherish everybody who supported us this far. I am sorry that I have left you hanging. It's just a personal issue that there's only so many hours in a day, and I have chosen to donate those hours to Red, White, and Clicks over Talking Clicks, and I'm sorry.
Hey, it's understandable. I think you're not the first person to drop out on us. I think Antonio
Yeah.
has a bunch of new stuff going on too in his life. So that's the reason we had to have a last minute sub today
Yes.
because he's not
Well,
able to
damn,
do talking clicks anymore either.
that's a bummer to hear.
Jay, did you have an announcement to make?
Well, I mean, with the podcast coming to a conclusion, I think that's. I mean, yes, it's sad, but it works out perfectly because as it sits, I would have had to resign from my role in it simply because I'm also just getting super busy with everything going on in life.
All right, Scott, are you wanting to take
I
over the
am.
reins?
I'm. Look, you told me about this potential coming up, and I am. I'm like, what am I going to do with my extra time? I like writing stuff. Do I want to start writing? I've been listening to a lot of fantasy novels or whatever novellas, and I'm like, maybe I want to try my hand in that. But I'm also kind of super pissed that you're doing this to me, Wes, because I've enjoyed being on the show, and I was looking forward to episode number 100, and I've enjoyed playing the Patreon members. So, I mean, I'm kind of pissed off at you. So,
Are you wanting to take over the show yourself?
I mean, it would be. I don't know how to edit, man. I don't know how to edit. I'm not like you. I'm here for the good looks. I'm here to try and communicate with all the peoples, and it would not be Talking Clicks without you leading being the captain on the ship.
All right. Well, that being said, I cannot say thank you enough to everybody who supported Talking Clicks this far. It's been a wild ride. It started out as an experiment, and it was successful, but I cannot continue and split my time between Talking Clicks and Red Onion Clicks. I am very sorry. I do hope that you all continue to play Heroclix. It is a fantastic game. I will be playing locally as I'm available, but I cannot continue to commit 2 nights a week to a podcast. But thank you so much for listening. Do you have any final thoughts for the evening?
Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. It's not okay to stay that way.
Michael Straight.
Oh man, very sad to hear this. I love talking with you guys so much. It's been fantastic. Just keep playing the game. Let's grow this community. Keep it up.
So, a couple questions before I give my final thoughts. I'm assuming you're going to let the Discord continue as is, because there are quite a few different people there that do interact on a daily basis.
Hey,
Like Michael here.
the Discord is a creation for both of us, and I stay on it more than Wes, so I'm gonna say yes. It's gonna stay alive, with or without Wes.
It's fair. Final thoughts is stay safe and be good.
Hey, can I tag on to that?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna be good, at least be good at it.
Well,
Sure.
Even if you aren't able to listen to Talking Clicks anymore because we are coming to an end, please consider attending Red Onion Clicks. It is a tremendous event that is going to be growing exponentially now that I am devoting 100% of my attention to it. It goes directly to support veterans who desperately need your help. So I appreciate your support in that endeavor, even if this one is coming to a close. The Heroclix community is truly a family to me. I love you all, even if we've had our differences politically or across the
Otherwise.
game board or whatever it is. We are part of a family. Sometimes that family has issues, but we resolve it. We move on. I love you all. And I hope to see you all at Red Onion Clicks. I hope to see you at future events. But as of right now, I cannot continue Talking Clicks. But I hope to see you all out there. Michael, do you have a...
Do you mean you can't continue Talking Clicks?
I cannot
Because
continue
you just
the
said
podcast.
can't continue Red, White, and Clicks.
Oh, sorry. I cannot continue Talking Clicks. Sorry, I get... See, this is why I can't... I can't split my brain is very one-dimensional. I cannot split.
All is well. All is well.
Michael.
Yeah, just I guess since just want to plug Battle World South again here in Victoria, Texas. I'm excited to see everybody coming down. Look
4 seats
forward
left.
to- yeah,
4 seats
four
left.
seats left as of right now. So get them in and let's grow this community. Let's welcome these new players if we have any.
All right. Let's keep the community growing, even if I cannot continue. All right. And as always, we are all part of the board. We are all players on the board. So let's play together. And as always,
Keep on clicking.
keep on clicking. Have a good night.
Good night.
Hey everyone, this is Wespool. When Talking Clix started, it was just an experiment. One voice, one microphone, and a belief that the stories behind the game mattered just as much as the game itself. I didn't know if anyone would listen. I didn't know if there were enough stories to tell, and I definitely didn't know something that began as a solo endeavor would become a journey, and eventually a family mission. Over time, this show became more than conversations about pieces or strategy. It became conversations about people. People who found friendships through this game. People who built communities through this game. People who reminded me that the greatest part of Heroclix was never the clicks, it was always the connection. Talking Clix has always been about celebrating the people who make this community special, celebrating the heroes of Heroclix. So before we begin today, I just want to say thank you for every listen, every conversation, every shared moment along the way. So, the last row. It started as an experiment, one voice on a borrowed mic, a quiet hope in the static. Would anyone listen tonight? Tiny heroes on the table, stories hiding in the clicks, learning time and learning patience, learning life through Heroclix. Strangers slowly turned to teammates, simple talks became much more. Every laugh became a memory, we didn't know what lay in store. Every dial revealed a chapter, every push revealed the cost. Dice can fall in any direction, still we never felt we lost. Wespool rolled into the unknown, then a voice cut through the noise. Missing link turned talks to laughter, turned the questions into choice. Not just someone on a headset, not just time in every beat. Somewhere in the conversation, a friend became family. Antonio Clark brought the passion, Jay Patel a steady guide, Michael Strait spoke truth with humor. Every guest right by our side, yeah. What began as just an idea turned into a quest of friends. One experiment with headphones built a bond that doesn't end. This was never just a game, never just a set to fix. It was always about the people, celebrating the heroes of Heroclix. From a solo little vision to a family we can't replace. Every voice became a legacy, every laugh became a place. And if the final dice are rolling, if the final words feel mixed, just know the story lives forever inside the world of Talking Clix. We didn't always share opinions, saw the board from different sides, different paths to reach conclusions, different ways we chose our lines. You brought calm when I brought chaos, I brought spark when you brought pace. Somewhere in those small disagreements, we both helped the other grow in place. Every debate became a bridge, every contrast shaped the tone. Two perspectives built together, something stronger than alone. Through the laughs and through the tension, through the moments we disagreed, we didn't just improve the podcast, we became the team we need. Scott, you didn't just join the show, you changed it. You brought balance where I brought chaos, perspective where I brought instinct. We didn't always agree, but somehow that made every episode stronger, every conversation better, somewhere along the way. The recording stopped feeling like episodes and started feeling like conversations you only have with someone you trust. What started as finding a co-host became finding a partner, and that partner became a friend. and that friend became a brother. Talking Clix wouldn't be what it is without that that you brought to it. That buddy cop rhythm, their willingness to challenge each other honestly and still show up ready to build something better together. Thank you for turning a solo experiment into something we built side by side. I will always be grateful this journey. Let me call you my friend and my brother. So if the table's growing quiet and the lights begin to dim, every story keeps on turning, every dial still within. We were never just a podcast, we were something hard to fix. 1,000 voices still celebrating the heroes of Heroclix. From solo roles to shared control, from one voice to 2 hearts synced, every laugh became a legacy, every bond forever linked. And if this really is the last role, if this is where the credits mix, thank you for every memory. Thank you for talking Clix.
April Fools!
You motherfucker.
Talking Clicks will continue. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good April Fool's Day. I'll see you next week.
And see you on the next. See you on the next.
See you on the
call.
next
I
one.
hate you. I hate you. God damn it, I hate you.